Gentlemen, I'm about to take you on a journey through the incredible life of a man whose name echoes as a synonym for wealth and philanthropy, John D. Rockefeller. This tycoon's tale will not only unveil the strategies of his immense fortune but also his remarkable contributions to humanity. Imagine beginning a business venture at the tender age of 7 or 8, with nothing but a flock of turkeys and an entrepreneurial spark ignited by your mother. That's where the story of Rockefeller starts, a man who by the age of 16 had already stepped into the world of work as a diligent bookkeeper in Cleveland, swiftly adding auditing to his skill set. This experience of serving others, according to Rockefeller, was invaluable, a foundational period that bestowed upon him a wealth of business acumen. As young Rockefeller transitioned from employee to entrepreneur, his ventures devoured capital, sending him borrowing money at a voracious pace, a tactic that catapulted his growth. In these formative moments, friendship shone as a vital asset. With his mates at his side, some of whom held esteemed positions in banking, Rockefeller secured critical loans to fuel his ambitions. By age 20, armed with a $2,000 loan from his father, he embraced a significant turning point, co-founding Clark and Rockefeller with an Englishman named Maurice B. Clark. Stepping out from behind the ledger, Rockefeller embarked on a trailblazing campaign across 2 states, introducing his company's vision, not demanding immediate business-on approach that earned his firm a stellar first-year sales report of $500,000. As the 1860s dawned, Rockefeller's gaze shifted to a glistening new commodity, oil. His newly established firm amalgamated with other industry players, unlocking a greater degree of efficiency and finance consolidation that catalyzed Standard Oil's birth. Here, economic principles reigned: economies of scale, risk distribution via widespread operational sites, and shrewd negotiations with railroads for oil delivery rebates. The innovation didn't pause there. Pipelines, a paradigm shift in oil transport, further slashed costs, giving Standard Oil a dominating edge. The relentless expansion, investment, and modernization bore fruit, molding Standard Oil into an industrial colossus. By the mid-1890s, Rockefeller stepped back from the front line, transitioned into a strategic overseer role, and pivoted his gaze to a new horizon: philanthropy. His credo was simple: education as a lever for self-help and progress, which he believed was the crux of civilization. This belief sparked the creation of institutions that spurred advancements in government, literature, language, science, philosophy, art, and morality. Rockefeller's philanthropic commitments didn't halt at education. He funded initiatives targeting disease eradication, improvement of scientific, medical practices, and forever altered the landscape of American philanthropy. Upon reflecting on Rockefeller's story, one witnesses a blend of unforgiving business tactics and strategic generosity, an archetype of the rags-to-riches American dream. His life paints a portrait of a man whose fortune, adjusted for inflation, rivaled the GDP of small countries and whose philanthropic footprint lingers through the pillars of modern society. As we've explored the bewitching chronicle of Rockefeller's life and legacy, I encourage you to delve into your own pursuits with the same vigor and vision. And should you find these insights from history's halls enriching, remember to share this journey with others. Now, I put forth a query to you: what are the strategies or life lessons from Rockefeller's blueprint that you plan to instill in your own march toward success? Remember, your subscription and engagement with our channel not only foster our community but place you in the company of determined, like-minded individuals. Let's continue this dialogue of growth and achievement together. And, if by the end of our journey, the knowledge shared here has carved out substantial value in your understanding, consider the option available in the description as a means of extending your gratitude. Your appreciation shapes our future narratives and unearths more chapters of wisdom for us all. Let's delve into the thrilling saga of John McAfee, an enigma whose life story reads like a Hollywood thriller. Picture a man who not only pioneered commercial antivirus software but also vied for presidential candidacy, all while circumnavigating the globe as a renegade. This tale may sound fictional, but for McAfee, it was all too real. Born across the pond and bred stateside, McAfee's journey kicked off humbly as a computer whiz at NASA in the hustle of New York City until the dawn of the 70s. His career was as diverse as it was brilliant, from crafting software to shaping operating systems, and from being a consulting guru to a cybersecurity innovator. He labored at Booz Allen Hamilton, a company that later became notorious for its other infamous employee, Edward Snowden. During his tenure at Lockheed in the late 80s, McAfee's path took a fateful turn. Confronted with the menace of a computer virus, he channeled his genius into creating software armor against this growing digital threat. It was in 1987 that McAfee harnessed his entrepreneurial spirit and launched McAfee Associates, planting the seed that would grow into an antivirus empire. By 1989, he bid farewell to Lockheed, devoting himself entirely to his burgeoning business. Fast forward to 1994, and McAfee stepped down from the helm. His company's success had ballooned his wealth to astronomical heights, peaking at roughly $100 million before the 2007 global financial storm battered his fortunes. Despite parting ways, it was McAfee's name that graced the company's products for years, even after Intel took the reins. Into the 21st century, McAfee became the self-proclaimed prime target for hackers around the globe, a challenge they adopted as a rite of passage. His countermeasures were equally cinematic, employing proxies to purchase his tech arsenal and adopting aliases to veil his digital footprint. Now picture a paradisical retreat in Belize. McAfee called this slice of heaven home in 2008, but the tranquility was short-lived. A chilling attempt on his life left him deaf in one ear, a stark reminder of the perils that shadowed him. In a stranger-than-fiction twist, McAfee alleged coercion by local authorities seeking a $2 million donation for political gains, which he twice refused, resulting in a heavy-handed police raid and subsequent arrest for alleged drug and firearm offenses, charges that would swiftly evaporate. A dark cloud descended when his neighbor met a mysterious end. With the finger of suspicion pointing at McAfee and fear for his life from the authorities, he plunged into a clandestine life in Belize, surfaced in Guatemala City seeking asylum, only to face detention and a theatrical faking of heart attacks. In the nick of time, a legal gambit allowed his departure to the sanctuary of the United States, while his worldly possessions in Belize met with the gavel of auctioneers or the flames of suspected arson. Undeterred by controversy or age, in 2015 McAfee cast his hat into the political ring, eyeing the U.S. presidency. Dominating headlines, his campaign, initially under the banner of the Cyber Party, soon shifted as he sought the Libertarian Party's nomination. Reflect on McAfee's narrative. Where does one go after crafting history in cybersecurity, dodging the clutches of the legal system, and stirring the political pot? For the septuagenarian mastermind, the chapter of adventures surely wasn't concluded. For the discerning viewer, here's your beacon. If you aim to harness the divine masculine, navigate the ebbs and flows of life like McAfee, or simply optimize your personal fortress against digital marauders, tap subscribe, hit like, and chime that notification bell. Embark on this journey and elevate your fortitude, because the wisdom gleaned here may just fortify your path to invincibility. Let's ponder together. What maneuvers will you employ from the tales of McAfee to carve your own legacy? Will you apply relentless creativity to your ambitions, or will you adapt his cunning, evasive tactics to navigate your professional quandaries? Before we part, if the insights unsealed here enriched your intellect, consider expressing your gratitude in kind. Your generosity fuels this reservoir of wisdom. For those eager to contribute, a link awaits in the description. Until our paths converge again, may your endeavors be as bold and as boundless as the subject of our tale today.